Alright guys, welcome back to another recap. Today was a crazy day. Crazy day from red to green, pretty red to decently green, up $751 exact, 40 cents. But I think at the max today I was down close to 700. I think I ended up streaming when I was down 640, 650. I took one or two more trades, small share size, just trying to chip away that loss, not trying to go break even. Got further in the red. I think I was down probably 700 plus, slightly less than 750. And then I stuck around. SNTI came back up. AERC came back up. Tops ended up making a run for it, so I'll go over tops. But I took one good trade where I just waited, took the trade, nailed it, got back to green, tried a little bit more, lost, and then made a little bit more back. But pretty crazy day. Guys, if you're new to this channel, I'm going to ramble on a little bit. This is what I usually do. And then I'm going to go over all of my trades today. I may not go over all of them because I traded a lot today, so I'll go over the main ones. 120,000 volume. That's pretty high for me. Yesterday, $700 with 28,000 volume. Friday, $42,000, $500. And Thursday, $51,000, $1,000. But today I'm doing double, triple that, and the profit is still the same. So I stepped up a little bit on the share size, but wasn't able to capitalize early on. I traded pretty bad. There was a lot of plays early on that I called out on stream that I was like saying this is a nice pivot. I'm gonna add here. Never added, and all of those worked, and I just wasn't in them. And then when I started chasing the move, chasing the highs, chasing the breakouts, I just got flushed on, got red trade behind red trade. I was trading pretty bad, and you can see here. I mean, I went green 50, $100, and then red, like 1, 2, 3, 4 red trades. Yesterday 100% accuracy. Today, not trading my best. So, before I go into every single trade, guys, I stream free. If you guys want to watch me trade live completely free, all you got to do is hit that notification bell. If you like my recaps, guys, today's going to take me probably 20 minutes, maybe a little bit more to do this recap. So you guys bear with me. I'll try to go as fast as possible, but still get to every trade, every analysis of each of them or the important ones so you guys can learn. So all I ask in return is for you to hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, guys. Leave a comment down below how you guys did, which one was your biggest winner, loser, what stock you traded, anything, I am a YouTube partner, so if you guys want to go the extra mile to support this channel, there is a support the creator down below. You can click that and support me that way as well, and I will really appreciate it. If not, I'll ask for a thumbs up. So, let me go over, I don't even remember which was my first trade of the day. I guess SNTI is what I traded all day long. This is the one that I went red to green on, so I can go over this one first. Most of you guys don't even stay until the end of the videos anyways, so I'm gonna go over these trades. Before I go into let me move my camera because you guys, so on the daily chart on SNTI, if I look left, I got a couple pivots here. You got that 316 and then 335. So I already have those marked, and you guys are going to see how those come into effect. And then today, I guess you can kind of see this pivot here of 28. So I can mark this 28 there. And then now, so I've showed you guys those daily pivots. I'm going to go into the 1 minute time frame today and show you guys these are the trades that all day long I was like, this is a good trade. This is a good setup. I'm looking for this. I want this pullback. And I said it and I didn't act on it. So yesterday's high was at 2.8 right there, right? 278, 279, 280. And so this morning, this wasn't even a gapper, just a stock we had on watch. Starts curling up, decent volume, not the best. And then gets over 278, 279, and it starts holding this. And this is the trade where I said any pop down to 278, 279, 280, I will buy it. Pulls down there, no fills. Pulls down there, no trades. Pulls down there, Juan's nobody found. Juan's not here. I think somebody on my live stream ended up taking those trades because I remember them saying now they're looking for $3, and that was my first target. $3 whole dollar. After that, I was looking for 316, that daily pivot, and after 316, I was looking for 337. But my entry was the dip of 2.8. I kind of tried it there a little early. I kind of saw a little bit of bid stacking up there. Looks like this might have been the initial trade I took on the day that got me green. So 283 there, 287, 284, kind of a little bit of profit there, and I wanted this thing to pull away with 2,000 shares. Those were my runners. Looks like I got stopped out on that candle there. No dips, runs without me. Then look at the break of 3. At this point, I missed a break of 3, breaks over 3, consolidates right under, and then pushes. And this is a trade that I missed. This is a trade that I missed. And now I am chasing the top of this candle here for a move to that 316 daily pivot. I don't know that 316 is going to come or break out, but I at least want to anticipate it. And if we get closer to 316, I want to sell a little bit there and have runners. Doesn't give me that 316. You can see kind of gets stuffed, pulls back. I completely missed all of this. I mean, this right here, hovering right at $3. You could have taken some ads at the VWAP down there. 5-minute EMA, 5-minute time frame probably looks pretty decent too. Look at that red candle there. It was a stuff, but look at that red candle there. Look at that volume. Nobody was selling. Nobody. So could have taken a trade there, completely miss it, and then where do I jump in? When this thing makes a big move already, the volume comes back in, try to get a pullback here, and this trade right here actually nailed it, and I lost on it. So I was looking for a downtrend break out of 3, retest of 3. I get in at 308, very high. I mean, I'm buying 308 over here. I don't know why I'm buying so high. And then I try to average down on this play here at 306. Again, a higher fill, 306. And then I stop at 303 when this thing, like 3 minutes later, ends up breaking out through 316, that daily pivot that I have. Breaks out through 316 and doesn't look back. I mean, this thing goes straight to 337, which was the next daily level right there. So right next to my face, that 316 breaks through it, no problem, goes straight up to 337. And at this point, I mean, again, what the heck am I doing? No ads here on this flag. No ads there. Look at this beautiful flag. Rips up, consolidates, going sideways, consolidates with low volume, 0 ads. Then the next pop-up happens with volume, and here I am chasing it again, chasing it, not buying the dips, buying the breakouts, and I got burned. So I got burned on this trade. I think this one I try to get the break of 350. That's why I was kind of chasing. I guess I actually made some profit on this. Bought it 345, sold 353, 350. So at least I made a little bit of profit. And the big trade that put me down, I think this one I lost a little bit. So this one I lost a little bit here. I think I was looking for a break of downtrend, retest, and take off. So kind of break of downtrend here. Like that. Break of downtrend, retest. Trying to add there 367. That's an okay fill. That trend line's right there. But it popped up. I might have been able to sell some, but it looks like it turned back around on me, and I took a 3-cent loss on that one. But that right there, I'm looking for 384 new high, and then for an extension up to $4 out of a downtrend. And this trade right here, I mean, it's 4 cents, but look at the ads on these. 2500, 2500, 2500, 2500, 2500. I don't know why I looked at this trade, and I guess I thought I was very comfortable in it, so I jumped in more shares. So 7,500 shares. That's not a big loss, a lot of cents wise, but 3 cents on 7,500 shares is definitely going to add a couple hundred or whatever that is. Let me do the math real quick. So 0.03 times 7,500, that's a $200 loss right there. And so that put me down probably right on the ticker. And then this is where the bigger loss happened. Now I get that squeeze, kind of now looking at the same downtrend break, but now it actually breaks over here. So right there, now readjusted my downtrend, breaks out of it. This thing breaks too high of day, no entries on the breakout because it wasn't a clean retest. You can see this thing straight out of there, no pullback to that retest at all, but completely ends up flying, and I'm chasing this thing for $4. I mean, we saw momentum the last 2 or 3 days where some of these stocks popped up like this, and on the pops they hold the pop, and then they get to that next either half dollar or whole dollar resistance. And some of them even went past it. So I was feeling a little bit more comfortable on this one. Stock is uptrending all day long. Just had a very nice rip with the highest volume on the day so far. Look at that candle there. Chased it a little bit up here. I think I got 390 fills, 391, 384. And then on this one, I'm looking at 384. And here is one example of showing you guys that if that trade does not work, get out of there. If I'm looking for a breakout of 4 and breakout of 4 does not happen or even close to it, I'm out, and I'm gonna cut it. I don't care if I'm down 200, if I'm down 50, if I'm down $3,500. I'm gonna cut the trade because what I'm looking for is not working. So 384 breaks out of that, pulls back down to 384. I take an add at 384, so now I've doubled my position on this stock. And I'm looking for 384 to hold this 1 minute candle, and then that next candle instantly give us that push to $4. And on that push to $4, I start descaling my position. I think I was in with 7,500 shares again because I doubled my position on this candle, and then I added on 384 dips. So I was back in with 7,500 shares. That's this 5,000 and 2,500 here. It starts popping up. I think, is this stock really back? Oh, never mind. It starts popping up, and the second this candle starts popping up, red on time and sales. I start descaling because I think I took some out. Pretty good price, 393, 389, 388. So 393, the high of that candle is 394. So you could see I sold 393 and price dropped. 389 sold, price dropped. 388, price dropped. I'm looking at $4 and price is going down on me. If it doesn't break out in that candle, I cut the trade. And I cut the trade there with 6,000 shares at 385, which is that 3 to 4 pivot. Now, it could have held it again, but because this thing popped up and instantly got red on the tape, instantly got heavy and didn't make highs, didn't hold it at all, I cut that trade. And I just went from, and it went from 385 down to 376. That right there was 11 cents times 6,000 shares. So I saved myself $660 loss because that instantly didn't break out, and I knew it, and I didn't hesitate it, and I cut it loose right there. I saved $600 and $60 from here to there because I did not hesitate to cut it. Very important. You guys tell me all the time, where's your stop? Where's your hard stop? Where's your mental stop? If I'm looking for a break and that break doesn't happen, if I'm looking for a specific target and that doesn't happen, I'm out. I mean, I'm dipping. Anyways, get out 385. Stock drops all the way down to 376, and at this point, I'm kind of looking left and kind of see this pivot here, and I'm like, you know, maybe this bottom reclaims this wick and pops right back up to 84. I just saved myself that money on the way down. Let me try to buy it lower again. So I buy down here at 378 and then see if that stock wants to pop up again. And this time I bought 5,000 shares down there. I think it popped up a little bit because on that trade I was up $100 or something like that. But I wanted this thing again to pop and reclaim 384 again, guys. It didn't reclaim 384 at all. It started popping, it got heavy, and guess what I did? Hesitated. Nope. I mean, didn't hesitate. Cut the trade out, instant, get out of there. I don't look at my P&L. I don't know what. Oh, maybe this happens. Oh, maybe it bounces and comes back again. Maybe in 10 minutes it's going to come and hit a new high. Maybe it's going to break $4 at some point today. If you're trading, even if it's 5 shares, guys, even if it's $2, do not get in that habit. If that trade doesn't work out, get out. Because right now you're like, okay, if I could just wait it out, it's $5. You know, $5 is not going to kill me. But if you pick up that habit and you're trading like I am with these bigger share size, that right there was a $660 loss that I could have taken. And here, if I wouldn't have cut that one either, I got in at 378 and candle dipped down to 366. Another 10 cents with 5,000 shares. That's another 500. If I would have hesitated and not gotten out on both of these trades, I was down 500. I would have been down 1,500 on this stock within this flush right here. If I didn't cut it out real quick. So now you could see I walked away. I completely walked away right here. I think at that point I might have taken AERC, and on this one I nailed one trade and I'm so mad I let it go. AERC still making highs. I'm not going to go over AERCs over here. I had a very nice pivot here at 430. This is another one of those plays this morning where I was like, you know, it dips down to 438, 430, 428. I'm in. Dip down there. I got looks like I got that fill. Didn't get a fill here and didn't get a fill here. And after those dips right here, stock ripped. This trade right here, I think that was my other trade when I came back. And looking at that same pivot, 428, 430, looking for that to hold from earlier in the day. I start averaging in here, I average in lower, and I ended up stopping out. And this is the trade that put me from being red on the stream like 640 down to like 700 plus because I'd lost like $70 on this trade or something like that. Maybe a little more, I'm not sure. But I mean, I was nailing the bottom. Look at this reversal here. If I would have held just a tiny bit of those shares, man, I would have killed it. I'll go over this trade here. Let me go back to SNTI, the big green trade where I was able to completely flip my day. All right, so SNTI. I mean, on the daily, you've passed 337. You've passed everything. There is nothing left. Look at the daily here on the my side chart. There's 335. After that, what are you looking at? $6 up here, $7, $8. This thing has room. You know, it has room to move. On here, I think I went for another break of downtrend. So break of downtrend on the day. Stock starts squeezing up, pops up, looking at kind of this pivot here, and I get a very nice fill here. Volume started increasing too, so look, pay attention to all the volume here. And then the second that candle popped up, look at that volume, instantly increased. So I took an ad there. Small share size, you know, not trusting this one so much. I really didn't know if this had another leg in it or not, but took an ad there, and 2,500 shares, take them off the table. I'm looking for that 384 reclaim, and then back up to $4. So good moves in my favor. I think I get fully out of this trade here. Or actually, I took 2,000 out, and I had 500 shares left way up here. I finally sold them, and this right here goes all the way up to 4, breaks 4. No big breakout there. I didn't chase that one. I let it pull back, one pullback, buy that dip. 397, 396, looks like I lost a penny there. Stopped out. And I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting. I know $4 has already broken, and we broke it and pulled back after breaking a whole dollar with this right here. Nobody's selling. Nobody. I mean, this thing pushed up, and it probably came back down in a third or half of the volume that it pushed up on this candle, on this tiny one right here. And at that point, I looked left. I see, which was it? I guess kind of basing it off of the 380, maybe this one here, 390 pivot here, kind of just, or maybe this right here. I don't remember. I just saw this thing pop down a tiny bit, and at that point, I slammed the buy button. Amazing fill. 390 was a low. I get a fill of 5,000 shares at 391. And I mean, the second, I think I was down $599 at the beginning of that trade. And this wasn't live, so I apologize for that. I was done streaming. I slammed 5,000 shares on that tiny little pullback. And I kid you guys not, the second I got filled, I looked at my P&L, glanced it. I was up like $400 on the trade, like on here on the open, and then it just ripped and it just ripped and it just ripped. And I tried holding. I was like, you know, that right there, that recovery, sellers are backing down hard. They're going to buy, and buyers are going to play that aggressively, especially at $4, especially if high a day. I tried holding a majority of my shares, so I bought 5,000 and at 391, and I sold the first ones at $4, past $4. That was my first target, so I'm past $4. Okay, take some out. And then look at this, 426 all the way up here. Sold the remaining big share size, 1,500. And then at that point, I had 500 sells every once in a while. I think at 422, so pretty decent fill. And then I kept 500 for runners that I kept right there and sold right there. Now on this one, honestly, I almost jumped in again here. You know, you just had a amazing breakout, right? The volume, amazing volume breakout, and then you consolidate right over $4. And again, look at this. Nobody's selling, right? These red candles have no volume. Yeah, you're right. The green candles don't really have volume either, but they're just candles in consolidation. They're not a candles defending a pivot or breaking out, so the volume is not going to be high, but they're stacking it right there. They're soaking it. And so this thing, I almost jumped in there, but decides to put in another leg. And here I chased this one for a high of day breakout with very small share size. I think at that point I was up $795, $96. So I wanted like $10 profit to get over 800 on this ticker. And breaks a high day. I start taking out. I get over $800 profit. I think close to 810-ish, 815 or something like that. And then I'm looking for 4-3 pivot to hold. So it pulls back down. I place a trade there at 426. I'm thinking I'm snagging some shares right on the 4.3, and this is going for another high, 450 bust. And flushes on me on that one, and I lost, I mean, whatever that is, $60 there. So I get back $60 off my high there. And then that's it. I mean, at that point, I had literally just flipped my day around completely. Like, absolutely 180. I was down 700 on the day, and after that trade right there, I was up 650 on the day. And I kept watching. I kept watching the market. And then AERC starts popping up. AERC back again. It makes this nice little move. At this point, I was outside my patio playing with my dog, and somebody in the Discord was like, "AERC, nice pop." I pull it up on my Thinkorswim map. I see it heading for high day. I said, "I'm sorry, dog. I gotta go back inside." So I literally came back in, sat down, and then kind of breaks this 481. 481 was previous high of day. 481 right there. So it breaks that pivot, and I know in the back of my head 505 is high of day, which was this spike right here. 505. See, I know it. I knew what I was looking for. So $5 was whole resistance, but 505 high of day animation on Thinkorswim. Just a high of day, break of pre-market high. Very, very important, very special. A lot of people look for that. So stock rips up. Rips up, starts pulling volume, starts increasing volume, and then once again, guys, I cannot tell you guys this enough. Holding a pivot with 2 red candles with no volume, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I was up on the day. I even told some guys on the Discord. Hold on. I told some guys on the Discord, I'm done with that big of a comeback. I'm done. And then I see this set up, and it's just picture perfect. 1 minute flag, picture perfect. Pulls down, pulls down. I buy there. Unfortunately, this one, for one, I jumped in small share size. I don't want to go back to a red or a barely green day from what I had just done. I literally screamed my lungs out when I nailed that SNTI play. This trade right here on SNTI was probably a 1.3 or 1.4 thousand dollar trade because, I mean, it brought me from negative 600, 700 to positive 700 on the day. So I had just made a good amount of money back. And so when AERC popped up, I was like, let's just play this small share size, see what happens. So I jumped in on that trade there. At this point, I'm looking for the big squeeze to 5. I'm looking for the big squeeze through 5. And at this point, I'm like, you know what? If I can get a break-even trade and just leave a stop, I want to write this up with 1,000 shares or something like that. And so this thing pops up. I sell 500, so I have 1,000 shares left. What I was just saying, and I put a stop somewhere right here, like under all these candles. I don't know how I get stopped, or I don't know. Maybe I put it a little bit higher. I don't know what I did. I can't remember. Maybe I just closed to myself. And then this thing ends up running. So I was fully out of that. I think I took a small breakout trade here. Let me see. 500 at 497. So I'm looking for that high for that $5 breakout, 505 breakout. So 497. I get the high. I sell a little bit, and then I think I re-added on that pullback at $5 and then sell at 504. So very quick trades there. Small share size. You can see I was only 1,500, 800, 500. So I made back like $130 or $140 on this ticker. I was red on it all day. I was red on it like 130 or something like that. And with those trades right there, this right here put me up 46 cents on the day because I remember I sent the screenshot to my Discord, and I was like, I'm green on the ticker now. I made it all back, and then I saw this trade over here started ripping after 5. Took a small scalp there, made like $8 or something like that, and so I decided to call it a day. And this thing is still going. Still going. AERC, this is that one stock that went from like $4 to $16, $18, $20 that one day. So we know what AERC is capable of, and especially when it's super sold off, so it needed a bounce. But guys, it was a crazy day. It was a crazy day. I think I realized why my throat sounds like this sometimes and why I'm losing my voice. And I think that is why, the reason why is because when I hit a trade like this, I mean, I started screaming. I started screaming. Not necessarily the fact that, oh my God, I'm up 700 on the day. But the fact that, I mean, the way that trade happened, I bought it instant green on the day, green $700. I'm like, what just happened? Crazy, crazy day. So, pretty decently so far. 700 today, 700 yesterday, 500 Friday, 1,000 Thursday. Nice 4 little days here. Pretty good starting October. Nice red to green. Could have been a little bit more careful this morning. Traded a little bit better, but walked away and made it work anyways. So, Guys, if you guys have any questions, I can't stress it enough, comment them down below. If you guys like the video, please hit the thumbs up and leave any comments down below anyway, so more people can watch the video, learn from it. And that is it, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow on live trading. If you're interested in live trading, just click the notification bell and you can see me right here on YouTube. And if you're still watching all the way until the end and you're interested in learning how to day trade, I do have that course down below with my Discord down below as well, which you can also check the course. You can see the whole course curriculum online, and then use the code 150 off at the checkout page, and you hit $150 off. That's going to be it for me today, guys. You guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.